What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Core Conversations for Freestyle Thursday. And we have our podcast drop from yesterday. Lots of stuff going on, but no real plan for today. This is just how we do. We just kind of flow with it, go with the flow. We had Debbie Robbins on yesterday. We had Helen Hayes, and great chat. So, Core Conversations podcast. Hey, Tracy. What was I writing? So you came into the chat? No, I forgot I was writing. Core Con podcast. Like, subscribe, and share. What you up to? Trace, are you going to Momentum Fest? Is that this weekend? Cool. Hi, Shanti. Are you back in the office yet? You're not going in? I think it's this weekend. I saw some people there, so I'm sure it's going to be great and life-giving for everybody. Tracy, you want to join me on screen for a minute? Just like talk about what's going on and how's things going in your studio? Yes. Okay, so Shanti, definitely got to arrange something. Helen Hayes had a crazy story yesterday. Lots of technical difficulties, but didn't get to. Where is it? All right, I'll bring Tracy on. And Samantha.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Chillin'. What's a hoodie? Is that one of your Juicy Joints ones?
Yeah.
Nice. That's an OG like yellow too, right? Like.
Yeah, that's good. The only thing is, it has the band, which I know, like, you're not a huge fan of the band.
Yeah, it's all good. If it's oversized enough, it's fine, right?
Yeah, this one's really comfortable. It's thicker than the others. This I tried a new brand, and it's like a more medium heavyweight, which I think is good for some people. Not people like in Miami where it's 100 today, but
yeah.
Today, the last day, I'm doing pre-sale on these, so they're 30% off pre-sale on all the Juicy Joints, Motion is Lotion, tanks, tees, and hoodies. And the discount is taken at checkout. It's not like where you see it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'm gonna offer the hoodies beyond this. I think I'll just do the original run and then just get some extra tanks.
Yeah. That's like, everyone has a t-shirt gig. Like, not everyone has a t-shirt thing, but like I've met so many people that have, like, you know, they have gear, whether it's just to get their name on stuff or they're trying to make a business out of it. Yours is becoming iconic's not the word, but like it's kind of becoming part of like our community in a sense.
Aw.
You know what I mean? Like it's just part of, you know, what we do. So people rock your gear.
I don't like it's. I guess it's kind of like a business. You know, I don't like to think of things like a business because then they're not.
They're not fun anymore. Yeah.
I like to have that. As soon as I get that in my head, then it's work, and then that's a problem.
Right.
But I just will like think of something and I want it, and so I just make it so I can have it, and then might as well sell it to other people while I'm at it, kind of a thing. I'm trying out like, different things in the shop because I kind of went through a time where I wasn't really doing anything. I was just like way too with trying to get this place and having to move unexpectedly and all of that. So, but now I'm
Right.
starting to get some things back in the shop again, and this is one that I like always wanted to make. I just thought it was hilarious. So
Yeah, yeah. One of my clients follows you, and she's applies enthusiast doing it, and she just thinks you're just so funny, like just your
oh,
sarcasm and just the way that you approach stuff is. So you
thank
have
you.
some fans out there.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
And I have my studio hoodie right here. Always
Ah,
ready.
that's so awesome.
Yes.
Very
Live.
nice.
This is like this studio gets so cold, so this doesn't even come home. It just like lives here.
That
So
was a good brand too, like the fabric, which is another thing. So like a lot of people who sell T-shirts, like they make a good profit on them because they get the cheap
the
shirts.
cheapy stuff, right? Yeah.
But I don't like those, and I'm getting them for myself too, and I don't want to wear that. So I get like the tri-blend, like the T-shirts. Like people are always like, when are you gonna make more T-shirts? Because the material that I use is a good material for shirts, but it's
Right.
also like 3 times as expensive as whatever else is.
Yeah, right.
So,
Just out of curiosity, those in the chat, like how many of you have a t-shirt or a clothing line or stuff that you sell out of your studio? I'm just curious to find out like, who's out there has some kind of product that they sell besides their service. So,
I
so
saw
just
also
while
like the Franklin balls and the Franklin bands,
Mhm.
and my clients are pretty much all about. I mean, it's not you don't make like a huge profit off of it, but it's nice for you
Right,
to be it to them, especially if they're
right.
on.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't talk enough about that. Like I saw, if you can see behind me there, like those pure form omegas on the shelf there.
Uh-huh.
So there's a plant-based omega called Pure Form Omega that I sell that a lot of my clients are using. And it's a plant-based omega. It's really good. People, good bioavailability and all that warm fuzzy stuff. So there's things that I sell out of here as well. I never push it like online, but like my clients, a lot of them are on it, using it. Yeah.
I see a lot of people encourage a lot of Pilates owners encourage owners to get retail going. And by
Yep.
the way, I offer wholesale.
There you go.
If anybody wants to get some wholesale, email me at hello@palate.com. You'll get a huge discount.
There
Whatever.
you go. Yes, put it in the chat there for
Yeah.
yeah.
What do I do? Just
Yeah,
type it.
just type in like wholesale opportunities and your
Oh,
email address.
offer. hello@palate.com. Okay. Done. I've got it's really loud here because we're fixing some things in my studio to make it ADA compliant.
Oh, really? I'm gonna screenshot this too while maybe when
Okay.
you're not in front of the toilet.
That's so
But
sick.
hey, what's going on?
There's Roro.
Nice.
Curious about the whole process, so that's why it's so.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick screenshot. Can you show your hoodie and smile? And I'm gonna do a shot because I have your wholesale opportunity thing on the screen. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, cool. Always hustling, Tracy. That's what we do.
I know. But because I haven't been lately, and I don't know. I've just been off in La La Land and moving and being in love, and
Yes.
I'm 100% focused on my home life right now, and work has completely gone away. But I'm trying
It's all
to
good.
get back into it.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, just like being in love. We were talking about that on Monday, just like with interracial dating and just like love not seeing color and all these different things. Like that was actually a topic throughout this week to some degree too. So what was that?
You cover so many different topics, and you cover so much on here.
I don't know. Like it's like the way we do plies is the way we do life, right? So like, why not talk about life?
Yeah, I like that. I have to go listen to it.
Yeah, yeah. It's I had someone from Toronto talking about it too. Hey, Blossom.
Hey, Blossom, I'm coming to your class on Friday. Finally, I've been for a couple weeks.
Mm.
Very excited.
Actually, speaking of that, that's one of the things I have not done lately is taking someone else's class. Like I've just been like in campaign mode and just like taking care of my client mode and stuff. And it's been interesting. Have you ever felt like when you're about to start something new, the thing that you're working on starts to just come together in like a really, really good way, where you're almost
like, you have to let go of it, but you also recognize that like things like you almost don't want to let go of it because it's going so well. You ever been in that spot?
Oh, I'm sure I have. Well, tell me more about God. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, specifically, what do you work?
Okay. So, well, I'm running for city council.
Okay, that's huge.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's a
You
small
great.
thing on the side.
I can totally see that for you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. That's affirming. So I'm doing that, right? So that's back to my community roots, all those different things. But then I had these two classes on the schedule for like in the city that I had to let go of. Like as soon as you start the campaign, you have to resign from the city or take a leave of absence. But these classes though, since COVID have just picked up and they were doing really well and like they're growing and people were coming back into the conference and I'm just seeing people just move and get strong and stuff. And then like when I registered for my campaign, I found out that day that I had to resign. So I had to give those classes up like and with no warning, like literally like Monday morning, find out that has to be my last day. So I had to go on Monday night and be like, this is our last class together.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So like that was tough. And then
yeah.
just seeing things here in the studio, like, Toronto took forever to get back online after COVID and stuff. So now it's starting to grow and I'm getting like just random people finding me online and the business is growing and so everything is just like on the uptick like it would have naturally done if it wasn't for COVID, right? So now I'm starting to see everything just kind of progressing in a natural way. So I'm moving towards this campaign and that's going fantastic. But then there's also a part of me that is like mourning the fact that this is going to have to change a little bit. And
Yeah. My battery.
I'll still keep my morning clients and I'll still do some stuff. I'm never going to let it go. Yeah, cool. Not going to let it go, but like you recognize that like everything's on uptick and then you have to make a change.
Yeah. It's a little bit of like growing pains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I crave like I miss my home studio. I want my home studio back.
Yeah. Do you?
I mean, in some ways, but you know what I mean?
Of course.
A little bit of like the whole growing thing. Like I like not, I don't know. There's just aspects of it that, but it's like the whole door and the window thing, right? So something closes another.
Yes, exactly.
Well, good.
Yeah. So
That's such a perfect place for you. I think I can totally see you like thriving in that position.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool that you're going for it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It really is an extension of like these conversations, like but in real life, right? Like it just like I see like every step I've made has been just like what felt like a natural progression of what I'm already doing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
I'm probably really annoying how loud my.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I didn't want to like steal your whole morning. Thanks for popping on.
But yeah, thank you so much and congratulations and keep us posted on your
Absolutely.
Well, okay,
Nice.
cool.
Cool.
But
All right. See ya.
down there and blossom. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Tracy. Shannon, thanks for joining me again. What's going on, Phil? How are you? Phil, do you want to join me on the chat, or are you like working, sitting at your desk right now? Let me know. The Kristen for Pilates, what's going on? I feel like some of the conversations I've had this week have been just like these casual conversations, like these catch-up conversations. We had Fabrice on Tuesday, who was one of my guests 2 years ago. Debbie Robbins was on yesterday. Helen Hayes was on yesterday. And all these chats are just like almost, how can I say it? Like just good catch-up conversations with people. Curious to know, what do you have? Good, all good, Phil. What do you guys have going on? Do you have any online classes, any workouts, any online classes that you teach that you'd like to let people know about? Please put it in the chat. I teach an online class at 1:30 today. I have some new people that are going to be in that. Some people who, I'm not sure, my regulars might not be there. So what happened last time, which was kind of fun, was I had people, hi Brooke, I had a new person show up and some of my regulars, actually all of my regulars didn't show up. So it ended up being a one-on-one for this new person, which I personally don't mind in that situation. I got a chance to really work with them and dive deep in their movement and stuff like that. So it really was fun. Brooke, how are you doing, my friend? This is our freestyle. If you want to join me on screen, just I'd love to catch up with you and hear what's going on with your business and your teacher training programs, online classes. I'm still yet to do one of a phone call come through there. And Lisa, long time. How are you, Lisa? So what are people up to? What online classes are you doing? What teacher training programs are you doing? I have to tell you, I had a fantastic opportunity yesterday to sit in on a scholarship initiative with Bassi Pilates, and it was fantastic. But if Brooke or Lisa, you guys want to join me on screen, give me a thumbs up and I'll bring you onto the screen. I'll tell you the story in the meantime. So yes, so Bassi, Lisa is doing well, been too long. Yes, I'll tell you this Bassi story after. Lisa, do you want to join me on screen? Give me a thumbs up. And Scoop Pilates is gone. All right, so let me bring on Brooke first. Okay, I'll bring Lisa on as well. So,
hi.
Hello, my friend.
Okay, wait.
You get your grubby camera.
Let me just clean my grubby camera. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Man, my wife loves your smile. She's like, "Oh, did you talk to that girl with that really nice smile?" I said, "Brooke with the smile." It comes up every day. That's her. It. Where are you right now? What's the background there?
I'm at home. Here's my. I'm on my mat. I just taught online. I just taught an hour online to one of the teachers I've been working with for a long time for my mentoring program. She's in Switzerland. So I just had a great session with her. And it was a fun one actually with her teaching one of her regular clients. So I'm teaching her, teacher client. We're playing around with different ideas and so that was great.
Great.
Yeah, but I'm in the throes of epic transition, I taught my last big chisel class in my studio last night. Tomorrow's the last mat class chair class.
Yeah.
I'm rearranging my house so I can bring one of every piece of apparatus home.
Okay.
And then the rest is going in a storage unit. It's going to be an aggressive game of Tetris in that storage unit.
That's so fun. Yes.
So that's what's going on. It's big,
wow.
Big changes as a Pilates teacher, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Going from having a huge studio and a lot of, but this is the final, it's like it's been a slow Band-Aid and now I'm at the final, rip it off.
So the place sold, it's like everything's done?
Almost. There's still that last moment of everybody signs every piece of paper, then it's really done.
Yes.
But everything leading up to that moment is done, and I have to say I was proud of myself for passing all the building inspections with no issue. They found nothing.
Wow. Yeah,
and that's
huge.
I kept that it's a 4,500 square foot studio in downtown. I mean, that's the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the buyer's super nice and he wants to keep it some kind of fitness and then treatment rooms. And so we'll see. So it's, we'll see what he does with it, but
yeah,
it's, last night was really fun. It was a lot of clients came who, some I wasn't expecting to see. They came to that chisel and it was so sweet. Then we went out and had a beer and just, we've been through a lot together by now. 12 years, almost 13 years of having Classique and.
Wow. That's a chapter closing.
Yeah. And what's really sweet that I think you would appreciate too is Jill's on here talking with Jill, her son who's now big soccer player even after college. He did his high school senior project on Pilates with me for athletes and came and did a workshop. And
Oh
then
wow,
many
very
of these
cool.
moms who their kids come to class now, they came to me when they were pregnant with those 8-year-old
Yes.
babies.
Right.
So it's really the whole families, and from the children to the mom, and the couples coming together for chisels on the weekends. I mean, it's
That's
special.
legacy. It's legacy work.
Yeah.
Like you've had such a huge impact on the community in that way, with your gifts and your talents. Like, I mean, I could talk about this all day long because everyone thinks that you have to have, a platform and a podium and these certain things. Like you're just like, from your gifts and talents, you actually are having a massive impact on your community.
Yeah.
Generationally.
Yeah. And the sweet thing too, and we've talked about it, is that integration of Chinese medicine with Pilates also.
Yes.
So
yes.
like, not only are these baseball kids who came with me as 6th graders now playing college baseball, they're not just they're still doing Pilates, but they also are going to college with a set of cups and then guasao horns. And then when they're in town, they come in for acupuncture, so it's this idea that, and that will continue on. So I don't know. It's, I've been so busy that I've just been like doing it. And then last night after chisel, and then after we went and had a beer, then I came back to the studio, and then I was in there alone in the dark, and then I just burst into tears and sobbed pretty hard. So there might be another of those.
I know. Do you want to just cut this right now before?
Gotta go.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But it's special.
Congratulations.
That's all I ever hoped. Really, is I feel like I love to create, and like create something that means something to someone. And whether that's a workout or an acupuncture treatment or really a special place. And so, and I can do it again. I like kind of can't stop doing that. It's just in me. So we'll see what's next. And I'm not leaving town. And, now these relationships for so many years with so many families in the community, that will carry on.
Right.
I did tell a few of them, I was like, if I introvert so hard that you're like, whatever happened to her? Like, you got to pull me back.
Here's a comment that just comes through. Is that Talsa? You inspire me to want to teach after taking your class years ago in Nashville.
Oh, I love that. Did you come to Chisel? Or no, Matt class maybe. DC, where are you? I remember. There's been so many. Oh, February. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and you know what I also realized too in that teaching that Chisel is just how much I do love teaching group classes. And, all you
that
need
group
is
dynamic. Yeah. Yes.
And that's something, even as a teacher has been teaching so long. Yeah, Talisa, I remember. I don't want to drop teaching groups. I love teaching groups where it's mixed level and it's, you're picking the energy up and you're helping meet people where they are and pushing them in just the right way.
Yes. So good.
So,
well, I'm so excited for you. Like, that is like, that's huge.
Yeah. But it's things, and to be honest too, because that's what we're here for, right? It's Instagram. I definitely have had moments of like, well, the weight, and I'm sure studio owners can identify, like the weight of owning a studio and just that responsibility and staff and so many clients that count on you or count on the staff that you've passed them on to, or, everybody feeling like they're all getting what they need. However, you can never meet everybody's needs, right? So you're constantly coming up short. Years of that.
Yes.
Even though you're coming from your heart, it's a lot. But I also think the weight of all that ends up being a grounding energy that you become accustomed to.
Yeah.
So I did have one wake up in the middle of the night, like, holy shit, if I don't have this weighing me down, am I gonna like float away? What's gonna happen? So I think that's exciting and then also scary because the weight of it all is very rooting. So without that, okay, now how do I root myself then? Or what if I'm not rooted? What if I float away? That'd be kind of cool too. I don't know, all these esoteric questions. And really it's just, Life
Well,
unfolds.
it is, yeah, those are good questions to ask. They really are, because there's a sense of identity that came with your space.
Yeah.
Right? So that
Sure.
piece of your identity that is going to be signed away,
Yep.
like, what are you doing with that vacuum? What are you doing with that part of it?
Yeah. I don't know yet.
Right? You walk down the street and you can't be like, oh, I own the studio around the corner.
Right.
That's, it's a different Brooke now.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I love the online, but I don't want to only be behind a screen.
Mm-hmm.
I love people, and the way that I teach and train teachers is so hands-on, so much touch.
Yes.
Being an acupuncturist, and like I'm a touch person.
Yes.
So yeah, so I'll make a new place where we can do that. Maybe just one that's not quite as big and with quite the footprint or the overhead.
Or the overhead.
Yeah.
I hear that too.
So
I
think it's good to look at that, all that identity stuff, that you're not what you do. You're just, and these skills are still in me and evolving all the time, because I'm doing it all the time. You know how I do with my workouts. Can't stop, won't stop.
Right. Exactly. Love that. Well, that's how we're wired. That's who you are. And that's going to have expression. And I think that's why I'm saying, like, congratulations. I'm so excited for you and all these different things. Like, there's a sadness and there's a goodbye that goes with that chapter, but like there is just this wide expanse of what this next chapter could look like. How are you going to write this part of your story? And that's equally as exciting as the other part is sad to see, right? And and Amit, actually, he just went through his studio as well. I'm going to read his comment.
Yeah.
I just moved my studio 4 times. Yeah.
Yep. I had 6 years in one space and 7 years in another space. So it's, and so much community that's come through that. And then I've grown so much. I mean, and that's also really special. And the relationships are so rich because so many came for acupuncture as well. So you're knowing each other in a deeper level. You're working together through your own losses, your personal body changes, births, deaths, marriages, divorces, all of it. It's just evolving together. It's it's pretty cool, and that will keep happening. That's true. Absolutely.
Would you get another space, smaller space?
Yeah, I would like another space. I would just like it to be small. Maybe even in some ways it's kind of full circle. When I first opened Classique in 2009, it was in 500 square feet, and it was a small room that had just three wall units and 2 reformers, and one chair. And then I finished, and I opened that while I was still in acupuncture school, a 4-year program, right? So then I was working it. And then as soon as that got done, I moved into the space next door that was 700 square feet. So I could have 1 treatment room, and then started training teachers. So I could see an acupuncture patient 1 hour and then go teach Pilates, and then back and, throw some needles in and then back and teach. And so in some ways I want to go back to that, where it's just a small space and I have 1 treatment room and all my herbs and essential oils and all the tools, and then a small studio.
Wow, you're like an empty nester who had like a townhouse and then bought like this massive detached home, and everyone's moved out and you want to come back to a townhouse again. Yeah.
I kind of want, I want to go small. Yeah. So we'll see. But it would be, there's like family goals for, where we want to live somewhere that maybe gives us a little more space. Have a bigger garden. I've got 3 garden beds out here, but I want more. I want fruit trees. I want, bring it on.
You're so pregnant with vision all the time. I love it.
All the time.
All the time. So good.
But I'm going to first take a hiatus, which is actually
good.
Or sabbatical. I'm going to go on a road trip with my kids out west. So I'm just going to go for the month of July. Like, just go and see what happens. We have a little camper, so I'm just going to hook that up and the open road.
Nice. That's going to be so good for you.
Yeah. And it's a fun time too, with the WNBA, I'll have a little more freedom in my schedule and get to some more games. So I can see more players in person because we're doing a lot online one-on-one, and I have more, every season it's a little more contagious, so it spreads out. So now when I watch a WNBA game, got players on both teams who have been,
Yes.
who just did my stomach series like activation video before that game. So I don't know who to cheer for
So
anymore.
cool.
I'm really conflicted.
Yeah. I was quoting Sue Bird for like a week from so a podcast that my son and I were listening to. She was on it. She was on Baron Davis' podcast, and she was talking about her "see it, be it" moment.
Yes.
Have you heard her talk about that?
Yeah. Yep. And I saw it when you posted it. Yeah, she's incredible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she really is. It was
I mean,
really cool.
beyond just what she has done for women in sports and athletes and in her career between, and she's still going. She feels so good. I mean, she can't stop. She just feels so good.
Yeah.
Don't
know the
and
feeling.
she is just the most wonderful human ever. I mean, she's so kind and funny and genuine. Yeah. So it's.
Yeah, that's so good. And just a couple comments here before. Needed blessings on your trip, Lisa saying, and then NX was saying, I understand where you're coming from, and hope you find somewhere lovely when the time is right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that uncomfortable. It's like, all right, I'm in a little bit of an in between, but I don't know. I've figured it out this far. I just sort of, we make it up as we go. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, as always, I'm cheering for you, my love. Like, it's such you're on such a great journey.
Yeah. And I've got, in this little house, it's been great. I got to go right now. I'm going to get the electric chair out of the back of my truck, bring that in.
Nice. I wish I could help. Fun fact.
Moving that stuff by yourself is awkward. Have you ever really moved a reformer all by yourself in and out of a vehicle?
So close. Yeah.
You got to get inside of it and walk it like you're walking in a boat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's like one awkward canoe.
I'll go grab neighbors. I'll be like, I need your help. Come on.
Yeah. But you don't strike me as a damsel in distress type of person, though. Like, you're too strong for that. Yeah. I actually love helping people move, though. That's one of my things. People know, if they're moving, call me. I love just picking up heavy stuff. If you got a piano, I'll help you move it. Just don't I won't move 700 small boxes. I can't stand that. Heavy stuff, I'm down. Yep. So anyways, Debbie saying congratulations on your new level, and Christopher Ply saying in between is a good place to be at times. So yeah, in between is a good place to be.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks for jumping on. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. Have a good rest of your Thursday.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
See you.
See ya. I really like Brooke. She's awesome. Lisa, are you still around? I'm so sorry. It's Martin Meyer, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Queen. Sorry, Lisa, if you wanted to join us still, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to have you on. Just want to find out more about your teacher training program and what's going on with Pure Body Teacher Training. Yes. Okay, cool. Let me get you on right here. Request to join if you can. I can't seem to see you. I was trying to find you. Coach Robin Renee, what's going on? And Coach Robin, I just thank you. I just saw a while back you just reposted something on Facebook that I put up. So I appreciate that, Lisa. There it is.
Hi.
How's it going, my friend? It's been a while.
I know, it's been too long. I'm so sorry. I can't seem to catch you, but
It's all good. People from back in the day, remember we were doing our TRX workouts every Thursday with the group and stuff like that. That was so fun.
I'm missing that a little. Can we bring it back?
Sure. There's Jamie right away.
Do you have time at 2:00? Just jump on a call with me again.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Get it going.
Let's do it.
No, I think of you often. So yeah.
Yeah. What's going on? How are things?
Really good. Just trying to embrace myself or brace myself for summer. You know, it's coming, and I have the kids. Hi, Jamie.
Hey.
Kids will be home, so I'm reworking what my life looks like. You know, my husband got a new job, so that's a little bit of transition time too, figuring out what his schedule, my schedule, and the combined schedule looks like. But
Right.
things are going well.
How do you guys balance it out? Like, is he gonna be like out of like, is he working from home, or is he gonna be out, and then you have to kind of juggle everything for?
He was working only nights, so
Okay.
he was in the service industry. Wednesday through Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday nights too. So sometimes he was 7 nights a week. So I was home every single night with the kids, or a grandma was watching if I was teaching evening classes. But now he's gone to a daytime job, so it's a complete shift for him, for us. Having him home in the evenings has been really nice. So far, we're still in the honeymoon period of that,
Yes.
but we'll see how. No, it's really good. So it's a little bit flexible. He gets to work from home sometimes. He gets somewhat of a flexible schedule, but yeah, it's a different world. So we're navigating that still. We'll see how
that
goes.
that's real talk, right? Like, that's real talk. That's Pilates for you.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing your teacher training program? Like, where is it at right now?
Yeah. So it's in Ann Arbor right now.
Okay.
But so Kristen is teaching it at the Ann Arbor studio, it's Pilates Barn, and I think from what I've talked to her so far, it's going really well. And what's been nice about me taking that hiatus from hosting this round and really just focusing all my energy into the studio for these last years, but like these last few months have been really, really intense. And I feel like I'm already starting to now build another lead sheet for when and if I do host again, or to bring more people in to the program.
Yeah.
So I've got a few people on my radar that have been asking me questions about it still. So it's definitely, still just like pouring all my energy back into just getting the studio back into what it needs to be right now has been beneficial, because people are paying attention, people are listening, and it's good. So.
Yeah, that's great. Well, yeah, Michigan is kind of Toronto's following Michigan to some degree too, where things are on the uptake and more people are starting to think about their health outside of their home again, and it's getting warmer and people are outside, and all those different things, and all those things lend to your business kind of growing a little bit more. So that's good.
Yeah, it's definitely felt that way. So now it's like you gotta hold on to that and keep it moving, keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice.
It was really interesting hearing Brooke saying like the weight of that, and then like lifting, like.
Does it sound enticing?
Yeah, well, I'm like, I'm not there yet. I'm nowhere near a level, she's at, but I do feel like I'm coming in. It's taking me forever, but I'm coming into my own even more so now after these last couple of years of being, just that little setback that still made us stronger, setback, but still stronger. Yes. Now I'm really like feeling like I'm starting to hit a stride. I'm more confident, I'm able and ready. But yeah, I often think like, what would my life look like after this? And, but like, what would my life look like with that if I could take that, if it lifted? But I'm not ready for that yet. I know, and I'll know when I am, but
yeah, for sure.
Really, I love hearing her talk about she's going to take a road trip with her kids and do, so it's like, that's really cool. That's like,
it's interesting. Yeah. So Jamie's giving you some love there. Core Sport is the best. Lisa and her staff are amazing. And Lisa's saying, so Fit Club Pilates is saying, I'm hoping that people are out more in the fall. I'm getting a bigger space. I hear you. Yeah. It's interesting too, Lisa. Like I had yesterday I was doing some work with Bassi Pilates. So they're doing a scholarship, a Kathy Grant a scholarship, an initiative for new teachers, and just kind of inspired by the work that Kathy Grant did in holding space for people. So it's a really great initiative. So there was 4 people that we interviewed last night. So myself, another Pilates instructor who's outside of Bassi, myself. So there's different eyes on the organization, and people coming into it, and just listening to these 4 individuals talk about their vision for Pilates and their vision for the work and their vision for their community and stuff. It was so inspiring. and it was like it was amazing because there's all four of them had different perspectives on what they wanted to do with it. Like one had like a writing background as well, and the other person had a nutrition background, and one person wanted to open a space and make it more of a hub, and another person had more of a trauma informed approach. So they were so like divergent perspectives of what they want to do with their Pilates.
Yeah, I love that. That's how versatile it can be, you know. It really can be. And it's like you can't be everything to everybody, but you can be, and you can pick your lane and pick what you want it to be about for you and for your clientele. Right. It's not just one thing. That's really cool.
Right. I think sorry, say again?
You have to choose one for the scholarship, or?
We had to choose two. It was so tough.
I can't imagine. No.
It was so tough. I felt like I was on like Next Star or like one of those shows where they're like, everyone's awesome. What do I do? You know,
pack your rings and go. Sorry, pack your knife.
I know. I asked someone a question hoping that they would bomb it to make it easier to choose the other people, and they killed it. And I was like, like I've been like sad that someone answered the question so well. Like you're just like, all right. No, but they like everyone was really, really good. And but yeah, to your point, like we don't have to be all things to all people, but I think the things that we're good at, I think we should be trying to be like the best at, like and not the best, like better than you best at, like just maximize your potential the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're all so different. Even just in my studio, I feel like everybody's just a little bit different. Everybody's got their own little like flair, their own style, a certain way. Right. I am 100% positive that we are all teaching great Pilates. It's not that. It's different. It's a little bit different. And we are all a combination of what our experience are, who we are, what we personally get out of it, and who we've learned from.
Yes.
You know, so
and who we learn from too is also those who we resonate with, and those who we aspire to be like, and those who inspired us, and like there's all these different pieces. Yeah, it's so complex.
And I love that. I love that I'm taught and I'm influenced by 3 or 4 different people I can think of off the top of my head right now. There's more, but like they're all so different, and it's like that's what makes me my Pilates. It's what makes me my version of it. Oh, and you do my class, you're going to get something a little bit. You're still getting great Pilates, but you're getting something a little bit different than you would if you went to someone else's class. And there's just it's beautiful. Actually, I love it. But it's fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I love that too. There's my wife just coming into the chat. Hi. With that, like I think that I had this one of the people that came on the show a while back. They were saying something, and I heard someone else's like the way that they talk in it. And so like I think just for sake of example, like Jenna Zaffino has a lot of coaching people, and then we had this conversation with this other individual, and I heard so many Jenna isms in what they say. You know what I mean? And it's not a knock on the person, and it's not to put Jenna way up on this pedestal, because I think that there's something that is in you that just resonates with someone, and that comes alive, and you both kind of have that vision. So it's not like it's just all the one person and none of you. It's like this connection that happens when you find someone who's just kind of in line with what you see and think and hear, right? So
I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, like most of us probably, but I can remember a specific moment in a mat class when someone said something to me that it resonated, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use that, or I'm gonna do. And I love when a teacher's like, take it, it's yours, have it, use it, go. They're not looking for credit for it or whatever, and it's like pass it on. It's great. Yeah,
pass it on. Yeah, that's the legacy. That's the legacy work that we do, right? And just like you can have that, run with that. Yeah. Very cool. Nice. Well, I'm glad that you got to see Brooke as well. Yeah. I mean, and that's like having her in it. It's like, it's so funny that you said like you almost like you see where she's at, and yes, she's at a different stage of life than you, right? Like, I mean, in terms of the maturity of her studio and just where she is with her kids, and this, it's just funny that you could see that and be like not jealous looking at her, but seeing like, okay, that's a checkpoint. I'm not there, but that's a good checkpoint.
Yeah, for sure. It's wild. even be on the same screen as her with you. That's pretty cool.
Whatever. You're
He's
that
awesome.
big too.
He's awesome.
Nice. Let's see. We are Fly's house. What's going on? Carissa, Miguel Silva is or was in here. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, we should get the TRX class going again. That'd be fun. I'm actually in a different space now too, though.
Are you?
Still put up. Yeah. Well, actually, what did I do last time? I had it hooked up onto my tower there, right?
Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah, that's right. I'll do it again. We can make it happen. Yeah. If anyone wants to do a TRX online class, message us. We'll figure something out. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, it was. I think it was too. Wasn't it Thursdays at 2? Which is such a weird time, but it was like I could work. For whatever
it might have been
reason.
2:30. I think I have an online class 1:30 to 2:30, so it must have been like 2:30 Thursdays, something like that. Yeah.
And I've been really consistent with my functional training, and then I mostly do Pilates here at my house on my own with my 5-year-old who is my Pilates teacher. Really, Valentina.
Yes.
So I really am craving and I've taken a couple sessions with Kristen in the studio at Core Sport, but I am really in a mood where I'm craving someone else to teach me Pilates right now too. So I know I need that. You get into your moments and you don't want.
Yeah.
I need someone standing over me, and I'm there. I'm hopefully gonna.
Just need someone to yell at you sometimes, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
a personal trainer.
If we can get a virtual session going, it could even be virtual. I don't know. I just need it. Yeah, I need someone to.
We'll make that happen. Lisa Reed Yoga, what's going on? Stefan, how are you? This has been so funny. All these chats I've had this week have just been like these chill, what do you want to talk about talks? Right? I don't have any hardcore, pressing conversations. I'm just I just feel like talking to people. Let's just talk.
I love it. Yeah.
Love it.
I like
do you
acupuncture too? That's she's also got that. Her Chinese, her acupuncture and all that too. It's it's cool that she's got that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a visitor. It's not Dad. Say hi, Dad.
Hi.
Hi.
Bad news. What's your bad news? I only like good news.
He's attacking the First Order.
Okay, we got a Star Wars fan in the house. He's
okay.
I don't know what he's saying about Star Wars.
Just smile and nod. Just smile and nod.
They're playing, so I was like, I don't know how long I'll have until they're climbing on me asking for something, but
yeah, I know. The kids are they're like a time bomb, right? You just go until it goes boom, right?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I think I can jump on there right now. They're playing so nicely.
Too funny. Before you have to go, so we're just talking about acupuncture real quick.
Yeah.
Do you sell any products or anything outside of your any other products or other services and stuff outside out of your studio?
Not right now. Well, I have essential oils, which I do use pretty much. I use them in some form almost on a daily basis. I like even the toothpaste. That's doTERRA's toothpaste. But Core Sport used to have massage, and then now we don't have that anymore. But no, not any other thing like that. But I do.
My homework book.
Okay, I'll find it for you. I'll find it. Okay. But no, essential oils. I know you mentioned.
Sorry, you have a boy asking about homework? That's rare in my house.
I don't even know about this. I think it's because he's going to be promised some screen time for himself.
Yes.
There's got to be collateral involved.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Sort of reward involved. There's no way he'd be voluntarily asking for that.
Sorry, I just know my guys. I'm homework, books, yeah.
Not usually. He's looking for it though.
Yeah. Awesome. Sorry, so no massage?
Not right now, no. We haven't had it in years actually, but that is one thing. And Jamie actually did Thai yoga massage, which I loved. That was awesome. She did that for a little while. I don't know if we'll be able to ever bring that back. We don't really have the space for it anymore since we renovated the studio too, but it was a nice thing to be able to offer. It was a little hard because it wasn't spa-like atmosphere either. So you'd have Saturday mornings when people would want a massage, that would also be the busiest time for classes. So it was not really quiet in there, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's very much more like sport massage related.
Yeah, for sure. That's like I'm broken, fix me massage, not like
Yeah,
yes,
not spa.
not spa. Yes, Thai massage,
Yeah.
Thai yoga massage rocks. Yeah, cool. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping on. I'm so glad that you're able to get on before the
Yeah.
kids pull you away. So, um, yeah. So your teacher training programs. Let me know when they're coming back on board. Like when you're having them. Like you said. I like the fact you said you have like a lead list. Like you're always just like, keep your eyes open for the next generation of teachers coming up, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. So building that list, it's a process, but we'll get there.
it's a good process.
Well, thank you so much. This was fun.
Yes, as always. Good catch up with you. Yeah, I'll message you about the class. We'll see. We'll try and get that going again.
Cool. All right.
All right, cool. Thanks. See ya.
Bye. How do I leave?
The top, excellent top right corner. Yeah, there you go. Pilates with Anisha. What's going on? Yes, definitely grinding it out as always. Kelly Pilates, Carissa, what's going on, everybody? Coach Robin, are you free? Do you want to join me? I'd love to hear what's going on with all your women's initiatives and your hiking and all the outdoor stuff that you do. Like this is like a prime weather, prime season for you right now, I'm sure. There's so many people that have amazing, I can't even call them side hustles. Like they're all our hustles. And even Noreen, what's going on, my friend? There's so many things that we do, whether it's supplies or like Noreen coming in just with as a dietitian, and we marry all these things and we have our own brand, have our own style to what we do. And I think that is so awesome. That's such a celebration of who we are as individuals when our work is an extension of what we do. Cool, Robin, it's all good. So that's a celebration. I think, like as I was saying yesterday, to Lisa a few minutes ago about my scholarship interviews yesterday, hearing what some of the next generations of teachers want to bring to the work is really encouraging. And it does speak to a lot of things that we speak about here, where it's not just here's the order, memorize the order and don't change anything. It's more a question now of here's the method, here's the idea behind the method. This is how you communicate the message, and this is how you integrate it into the person that's in front of you, and this is how you give expression to all parts of you in the work. And I think I'm starting to see a lot more of that happening just based on the conversations that we're having with people. Whether someone mentioned trauma-informed work yesterday, and I know some of you speak to that. Real athletic-based, strong, hardcore workouts that can also be peeled back for the person in front of you, like what Brooke does or what Lisa does. Both of them are really cut from the same cloth in terms of their approach. And then layering also like a Chinese medicine like Brooke does. That's all that stuff is just so amazing. So whatever it is that you do in the way that you do it, like go hard after that. You don't have to be anybody else. Do you? Yeah, that's really my only reflections from yesterday. I thought it was really cool to just have that, and I really appreciate all of you jumping in here. Christopher replies, yes to that. Teacher training, I'm involved in. Yeah, echoes what you just said. Okay, good. Glad to hear. What teacher training program is that, Kristen? Spirit Pilates, I haven't heard of that. Where are they based out of? Kristen, I know I only have like 5 minutes left, but do you want to come on the screen? I'd love to hear more about that. Never actually heard of it. Or you can just write in the chat. Either way, it's good. Spirit Pilates. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's get you on. Okay, inviting you in, Kristen.
So I'm driving.
Okay.
I'm driving, but I'm almost pulling
Too
over.
funny.
I have like 3 minutes, but I'll be pulled over in a second and you can actually see me. But so I live in Los Angeles. One of my best friends has a studio called Spirit Pilates, and we started a teacher training program a few years ago. Well, gosh, now COVID really just throws off the timeline. But It's been a while. We just do mat and reformer. We had planned on doing more of a comprehensive, but then COVID hit, and then we lost one of our studios. So everything's kind of back at a little bit at square one, but I'm the director of education, so I'm kind of, the head.
Gotta make it happen anyways. That's
I gotta really, I'm gonna pull over right now, but yeah, so I've been teaching for like almost 20 years, and
amazing.
And I've got trained by Power Pilates, and I have that classical training, but I'm sorry, I'm like trying to keep this in my hand and look at you guys, look at you. And it's really important to, I think, move forward, and my foundation is in classical Pilates, but I really feel like it's like take what I learned. I've done yoga training, I've done functional training, I do nutrition, and it's like exactly what you were saying, like take what you learn and take the parts, the base of it, and just put that, teach that to the newbies. And it's really all about what's happening, what are you trying to get out of this client? This is the foundation. Take this and take your personality, take what you've learned from us, take what you've learned from other people, and apply that. To what you're passing on. And I think at the end of the day, it's so much more than just the movement. Obviously, the movement is Pilates, and I love, there's nothing like classical Pilates. I love the flow of it and all that. And that is our foundation. But then we add in a little bit of like the modern fusion exercises just so they know, because there's a lot of reformer classes in LA. LA is LA. So we want people to be able to have jobs and work and make a living. So yeah, so that's my story. It's really quick. I'd love to get on here one time and talk with you.
Please do.
More, because I want to hear more about you, and maybe I'd love to have you on my Insta Live. We can have a talk, because I just talked at you.
Please. Okay, so message me afterwards and I'll send you the link. We could book a time, because I'd love to hear your story as always. Everything you said there, I'm like, yes. And we have 2 minutes left, right? But like,
I know. And I just saw my client, and I really was like, I was driving. I was like, I want to get on and say hi. So I'm glad you.
Thank you so much. So I'm glad that you came on. So as soon as we jump off here, I'll send you the link, and then we'll have you on, and then ask me any question you want, and we'll talk more about what you're doing there, because I think that's so key.
That'll be so much fun.
Amazing. Okay, go to your client.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, thank you. All right, party people, it's 10:59. I gotta jump off. I have Deborah Watson tomorrow, I believe. I gotta double check that. But that's our core conversations guest for tomorrow, and we will have Kristen on at some point next week. And that is about it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we are out. Kristen for Pilates. Cool. Thank you, guys.